Hello everybody. It has been quite a while, I think about 2 months since my last stream. Some things have been going on in my life which has slowed me down, including I guess lots of client work coming up since it's like end of the financial year here in Australia. So everybody wants work done, everybody wants to spend their budgets, and I've been booked out for the last couple of months. So this time we are going to take a look at building a horoscope app using GPT-4. So in the past we've done streams where we've done like a cryptic crossword solving app, and GPT-3 was okay at it. GPT-4 was a little bit better, but I think we might be waiting for a couple more iterations before we can actually get a cryptic crossword solving app that's reliable. I think maybe something like doing horoscopes, like a daily horoscope app, might be suitable for that kind of thing. So that's what we're going to do today. I have a design open. We're going to look at designs anyway. We're going to pick one to start with, and I don't want to go too sort of crazy with it because we want to get this done in like 2 hours, right? So I want to build an app quickly, and the idea is that so you open up the app, you pick what your star sign is, and then it will save that information so that next time you open up the app, it'll just present you with the screen saying what it is for the day. The app will need to remember that it's already presented you for the daily thing. Like every time you open the app, you don't want to refresh and pull out another one because that's going to hit the API. That's going to cost you money. You know, it's a couple of cents every time someone does that. And of course, it's not going to be a daily horoscope if it just updates every single time you refresh the app. So we need to put some logic in there to save the state of the app. And then this can be built on, right? So you could maybe ask it questions later and have it give you some sort of prediction based on what your star sign is. Hey, nice to have you back. Oh, it's good to be back. I don't know if this is going to go back to being regular weekly things. I'm going to try. I do have a couple of other things that I'm working on at the moment as well, like in addition to my own apps, and then I've got client work. I've also got, I'm doing some work for Kodeco as well. So like writing a new book for them, as well as I'm probably going to be doing some live streaming for them too. We're just sorting out that now. So I don't know if I'm supposed to say that until it goes out or whatever, but it's like a Zoom call. We invite people on, and then I just do whatever I'm doing right now, but we work through one of the books that they've published. And I think that'll be starting soon as well. So there is a lot going on at the moment in my life, but I'm here for it. So let's just pick a design to start with. I would love to really like have some cool animations and stuff, but I don't think we have the time tonight. Maybe I can do another follow-up stream later where we can do some polishing of it with like cool animations and stuff. At the moment, all I've done is started a new project. I ticked the box for using SwiftData. So we're using the Xcode beta right now. When I tried to start the stream a couple of minutes earlier and OBS crashed. So I'm worried that that's going to happen again because I'm running the Mac OS beta, but we will see if it crashes and I disappear. Sorry. I'll try and come back. And then obviously my setup's a little bit different now because I've had to move into another room and stuff, but I'm going to get a really, really cool stream set up soon, maybe the next couple of months or so. But what I've done at the moment, I've put my keys in here. I'm going to keep them hidden because I don't want to expose those on stream. I could recreate them later, but I think I'll just keep them hidden for now. So this is what I've done. I've created this one file, and this is like the template that you get when you create a new one in Xcode 15 and you're using SwiftData. So you can see the previews over this side. I think my head might be in the way. We should be okay. So this is pretty much like the standard thing that you would get with a core data setup. You add like a new timestamp, you can go in, and I guess that's all this sort of boilerplate code for that. We're probably going to delete most of this anyway. The reason why I went with core data is because I'm thinking, like, first of all, why not? iOS 17 has been announced, and we may as well try to use some of the technologies that come with it. I'm learning this at the same time. I haven't really had much of a chance to go through the APIs. I've been watching the videos, but I haven't had a chance to practice any of the code. So this will be a good opportunity for that. We can learn together. It seems rather simple. Why not use xcconfig for the keys? This is just easier. You're right, I could set that up. I could throw it in the... wouldn't want to throw it in the P list either, because then you could pull that out. There's a number of things I could do with it, right? But this is just a demo project. I've just thrown it in a file. It doesn't really matter. If you want to use xcconfig, you can do whatever you want. You can put it wherever you like. But yeah, we'll probably delete this. But I want to keep it for now so that we can just use it to build off. The first thing we're probably going to want to do is actually create the landing screen. I've been using Xcode 15, been having issues with the simulator crashing or taking 20 minutes to initially boot up. Oh, mine worked instantly. So I haven't had any of those problems yet. I have had Xcode crash many times though. But I mean, when does Xcode not crash? So even on stable builds, it crashes a lot for me. I think that's probably just because I'm a 10x developer. I work too quickly for it. Okay. So we got to pick a design, right? Let's go with something simple. Like there are some that are catching my eye, and I quite like it. Like this one. Oh no, I can't. What? I gotta sign in. Okay, give me 1 second. I haven't logged in on this computer for a bit. Give me 1 second. What do I gotta do here? Oh, I did something. Okay, looks like it works. You see, look at these animations, right? Like this would be awesome to do. Oh man. Do you think we could do that with like keyframes? Okay, this will be a follow-up video. What we'll do is oh, okay. Okay, I have an idea. So with iOS 17, we've got that new scroll view. Yeah, if anyone else has seen that, the one where it like snaps. So it's like a paging view controller, but I mean, we got that in SwiftUI now. So we'll use something like that in the interim, but I want to copy this. I think this is the sort of design we want to go with, right? I'll have to find some artwork from somewhere else to put something together off stream so that I can just drop it in and use it. I really do like this. I don't know. Okay, let's have a quick look, but otherwise we might stick with this one. What else we got? I mean, these are kind of cool. I did sign in. I swear I signed in. I just gotta pull it off screen because I don't want to like expose any of the stuff I've got. Won't you need core motion to do that? Well, I want to try the new animation APIs in SwiftUI. That's what I like to do. It's not working for me. It's not letting me log in. I even clicked to log in with Google. The web browser is behaving strangely though at the moment. We're running macOS beta, like everything's broken. So it's streaming on that's probably not a good idea, right? Let's see if I can click another one. I've got it off screen, so give me 1 second. What if I sign in with Twitter? That'll work. Oh, fine. Use strong password, yes. Oh man, look at this. Just to sign up. All right, hang on. Let me get this. Stairs. This is very entertaining. I'm sure. That's not a set of stairs. Okay. Username already take. This is frustrating. I wonder how I got signed out. No, it's not working. All right, let's just go. I guess we're just gonna have to go with this one, this design here. Okay, we're gonna go with something similar to that. Okay. Oh yeah, I missed the first part of the stream where you were explaining the idea of the app. Will you be implementing in-app purchases so you can use revenue account with StoreKit? Okay, yeah. So next time I do in-app purchases, I'll probably use StoreKit. I want to try out the new inbuilt view that they have. Like Apple has it already set up for you. I want to give that a go. Because remember last time I did a stream, I think it was like a 10, 11 hour stream where we built a whole app from scratch, like the cryptic crossword one, and we put in-app purchases in there, and that was using revenue cat. So I think in-app purchases make sense for this because I mean we're paying for an API, right, from GPT to pull in this information, so we're going to have to charge customers something, but it's not going to be ready to release to the store, and I don't think we're going to get to doing in-app purchases today, but I don't know, we'll see how tired I get, right? Am I making that design? I want to eventually make this design. Let's just get the functionality working first, okay? Let's get the API stuff working. Let's hit up an endpoint, get some Horoscope stuff coming, like the daily thing coming back, and then we'll take a look at doing the design, right? I want to get this working first. Okay, I guess best proof of concept would be to go to like Chat GPT and start typing in prompts to see if it can actually give us I'm just going to assume that it's going to work, right? Yeah, but this is pretty close to the design I would love to do. So, okay, anyway, let's get started. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to leave this screen like this for now so that I can refer back to it. So I can get an idea like the context and how all this sort of stuff works. I don't think there's anything else we need to worry about as far as... you can't really see this text. I can't make it bigger, I don't think. I'm just seeing if there's any other setup. Yeah, there is. So we got iCloud services, iCloud container identifiers. There's like an array here where it's got like nothing in them. CloudKit. So this is for SwiftData. I think model container. Okay, so this looks like this is kind of like all you need, right? On the window group. Can you guys see that? What if I... Oh, my keyboard's going to sleep. Make it a little bit larger for you. So it looks like we've got model container item.self, and then inside the content view we've got this environment, model context. All seems pretty basic. And then when you tap the plus, we go add item, and we've got with animation, and then it just adds. Yeah, I mean it's not animating, is it really? It's probably broken. That's okay. So what we'll do is we'll just create a new file. Is this going to work? Yeah, okay. You're not seeing anything private there. That's cool, that works. Okay, let's call this, naming things. Okay, let's call this the star sign, pick a view? Pick a view? Yeah. This will be like the first screen you see when you launch the app, right? And then... SwiftUI. And this is a cool new feature that I've been waiting for ages. You go star sign, pick a view, it just pre-fills it for you. There you are. Oh, actually, let's see that again. See that completion? If I hit enter. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Here we go. All right, so we got the body. What we should do is probably put down the preview. So this is using the new Swift macros. So it's like a hashtag preview, and this is like pre-fills this for us. It's not going to build anything yet because we need to return something in here. So if we just put text and we just go like I don't know, type demo in there, we'll get this simulator on the right opening up. And yeah, okay, let me move myself. No, but now I'm facing the... No, I'm going to put it back. Okay. The little badge is there anyway on YouTube, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's set up. So what we got to do... I'm thinking like... See how down the bottom here we've got like this kind of little scrolling thing. So if we can duplicate that somehow. So if I go VStack... I'm thinking of VStack, and then we put a spacer so we can push everything down to the bottom. Delete that, and then we'll just have like a scroll view, and we'll make this, I don't know, it's supposed to be horizontal, right? And I'm assuming that to like lock it as it scrolls, actually I'll do that after, because what we'll do is we'll throw in some content first, yeah? And then, so we need some cells or like little icons for each of the star signs. So let's create a new view for each of those, and then we'll move this into another file after, right? So we'll call this, what are we gonna call this? Star sign icon view, I guess. Oh, let's go back to the completion there. Excellent. And at the moment, this is just going to be like an image or like a Z stack, and we can put some stuff on there. But later I want to fill this out with, like we put the effects and stuff in there. Because I think if we go back to this, we've got, what do we got here? Yeah, they kind of like glow when swiping between them. So we would like keep those effects to this, to this view, inside this view, I think. I don't know. We'll say like, we might put a property on here that's like is selected or something. All right, so at the moment, let's just throw in an image, and let's just we go system name. I'm just gonna go with just something simple for now. So we've got this here, and then in here we can go for each. And I think since there's 12 of them, oh, this will be good. Let's also create an enum. Yeah, why not? Yeah, let's do that. So if we go enum and we go star sign, and then in here we can like, yeah, this will be good. So we go, oh, what are they all? Should we do them in order, alphabetical order? Let me, yeah, why not? I'm just gonna grab another tab off screen. Just want to make sure I've got them all correct. Yeah, okay. And then we've got all the dates and stuff. So what we can do is in the enum we can maybe we have the user put in their date of birth instead of choosing the one they want to see. Just to start with, maybe, you know, we can add a feature later where they can see a friends or something for the day. Oh. No, I have an idea for this. Let's just go through these. So we've got Aries, we've got Taurus, we've got Gemini, we've got Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, on this website it says Scorpius. I don't know, someone tell me. I've always known it as Scorpio, so I don't know. Sagittarius. And Capricorn, it's got Capricornus. Aquarius, and Pisces. Cool. And then so what we do up here, we're going to do a for each on this. So I think this needs to be, hang on, let me switch tabs back to YouTube so if anyone's typing anything to me. Nope. Okay, so this needs to be case iterable. And I think we're going to go with make it a string as well. So we can pull in that these values as string values. And then so for each of these, what we're going to do, hang on, I've got a question. I think you can use the new feature from scroll view, scroll position, and you can, sorry, I'm off the mic here. And you can make in for each loop rounded rectangles with the geometry reader just to make that snappy look. Scroll position, scroll view, scroll position. Yeah, I'm gonna work out what that is in a second. It is a it's a modifier, right? On the scroll view, not the content inside. I don't know. We'll work it out. So here we've got star sign, all cases. Let's go. Keep it short. We'll go sign. Oh no, sign looks like it's a keyword, right? That's a keyword, isn't it? It's going purple. All right, so let's just call it star sign in. Okay, and then here we're going to throw in our star sign icon view. Okay, and of course we got to throw in our, we can't use sign, that's annoying. And this star sign. And underneath this, let's do a VStack here, and I'll just put some text, just so we know what they are, right? Because if they're all X marks, it's not gonna be useful. So if we go text, and then we just throw in the star sign, and we'll just go raw value. All right, so that's our string, our raw value there. And if we come up here, we can pass through our star sign, and it will be star sign. We're going to compile. Is this going to compile here? Reference, initializing it, star sign conform to identifiable. Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. I wish they'd fix this. Maybe they have fixed it. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, so it does not conform to identifiable. So if we go, this should be a string. Return self.raw value, right? So that's how we can conform the num to identify. This is how I do it. If anyone knows of a better way to do it, you can use sign. It's a global scope function, not a keyword. Okay, thank you. Wait, how do you know that? Star sign. I did. All right. Come on, that should go away, right? Let. Come on. Yay, succeed. Oh, okay. Hang on. All right, let me go through some of these comments. Also, I see a good approach of making an array of views and also use a scroll position, read, and use overlay of the main container and just display views when certain cases needed areas. Yeah. Like, how would you reproduce this, right? Like, you'd have this swipe. Oh, it's. I don't know how to go. Yeah. So you swipe back and forth, and you've got this like parallax sort of motion going on in the background. So you could have multiple layers to make that work. Would you connect multiple scroll views to a single gesture? Also, I'd love to look at the new like metal shaders to do something even better than this. I keep forgetting that the camera's there now. Like, could you imagine using the new metal shaders to like create like a star field and stuff, and just and making changes to it based on the position and the color. You can like change the colors for each star sign. That'd be kind of cool. You can use, you've given me an idea with this app. Might have fun with some new features. That can be a sheet for the info display. Yeah, okay. I really love a challenge when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like, I want to build this as close to it as possible. I think it's going to be tricky, and it's going to be really fun. Oh, okay, cool. So we got our scroll view here. What do we got? Horizontal. What have I done wrong? Oh, yeah, it is scrolling horizontally, but we've got a V stack. Okay, so we need to do a H. We need to do a H stack, right? Actually, let's delete that and let's just use the new embed in H stack, right? Is it going to crash? What happened? Nothing happened. Embed in H stack. Oh, here we go. Cool. Oh, look at that. Okay, so this just scrolls like a regular scroll view, and I'm thinking if we throw in the scroll content background. Oh, okay, yeah, that's new, isn't it? We can change the background. Is that right? Scroll target, scroll position, scroll bounce behavior. Does anyone know what it is, or I'm gonna have to look it up? Now the question is, how would we approach the animation of the stars? Positions, fade, void effect. That's really hard to design. Yeah. Have you had a chance to have a look at the new? So you know, in the new health app, there's like, let me have a look. I'll see if I can bring it up and show you on camera. So there's like the state of mind thing that they've added. They talked about it, and if you go to log it, you say how you felt today. There's this new. I don't know if you can see that. Look at my face. Oh, come on, focus. Just trying to focus on my face. Oh no, you saw what they're talking about anyway. And if you move the this thing, the slider across, oh, you can it almost focuses. I think this is all done with shaders. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see it. Keeps going out of focus because of ring light, I guess. So the colors when this happened, like, and all the like the flower sort of shape is all like wavy and stuff. It's really cool, and I think we could use something similar to like animate between the different star signs. It would just be like a matter of like tweaking values, right, and then animating them. Sign is in the SIMD module that comes along when you import Sprite Kit. All right. Well, I didn't know that. Wow. Okay. Okay. So we got this scroll. So does anyone know what the which modifier I should be using here for the snapping? Snap? Is it snap? Of course it wouldn't be snapping. Oh, scroll clip disabled. That would be helpful. Configures this view as a scroll target. What does that mean? Scroll position. Scroll view initially rendered. Oh, transitions. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Give me 1 sec. Of course, hacking with Swift has got it already. Man, that guy's just... I think he's already made like 80-something exercises, or I saw on Twitter he was talking about, you know, Paul Hudson, Two Straws on Twitter, saying that he just put out a whole bunch of content just like 1 week after WWDC. We've got scrolls target layout. Oh, view aligned. Okay, I got it. So he's saying, I'm doing this off screen. I'm aware of that. So SwiftUI scroll view moves smoothly by default, but with the scroll target layout and scroll target behavior modifiers, we can make it snap to either specific child view or to whole pages. Oh, I get. Okay, so that's why there's 2 of these, right? So inside here we've got this H stack, so we can drop that in there, and then we say view aligned, and then let me go back to YouTube. Yeah, the guy's insane. Yeah, right. Snap to corner upon scrolling right to block the infinite scrolling. No, so it's, yeah, I just want it to snap to, see how it, to each, oh, you can't really tell because these aren't wide enough. Let's make these a bit wider. So, oh, width, I don't know, 100 at least. Yeah. See how it like snaps to the, and then it stops on each one. Oh, you can't see it. Hello. There we go. Yeah. So that's awesome. That was really tricky to get working in before iOS 17. Too bad we got to wait like 2 years before we can use it in production apps. Let me make myself a little bit smaller. Okay. Okay, so I mean, it looks nothing like the design, right? But we're getting there. Shaders can do some other interesting things too, right? Could we use them to warp like the views that we've already got? I won't do that now, but I wonder if that's a possibility, yeah? Or is it like a completely separate view? For each max width infinity, yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, we'll just keep, I think, let it take the whole width for each element. No, it's not going to work there, is it? Are you saying up here? No, that doesn't change it. Yeah, it's not going full screen. Let's just make it massive anyway. There you go. Yeah, cool. Okay. Well, I mean, that works, right? So we got the spacer at the top. So I think for this case, what we'll do is maybe we'll keep... Can we stack these? It's kind of silly if you can't, right? Let's just see if we can stack these for a sec. I just want to try something. No, yeah, they go horizontal. So, but if we go... Because I'm thinking about putting other artwork at the top. Yeah, so what we can do now is, like, let's say I delete this spacer here because we've pushed everything down. And then we can put like a large image up the top here of the star sign, right? And then what we'd have is sign.image. And then down here, we'd have like another var. We go image, string, and then we just go like a switch. We could do a switch, or we could just return. Right, return the raw value, and then we'll just put everything in an asset catalog. So instead, this would be like the, what do we call it? The actual constellation. You guys get what I'm throwing out there? So above this here, you'd have, this would be pushed down. We'd have the constellation up there, and then that will just kind of simulate what this is. Yeah? Sort of. Oh, what do we got here? We go, talking about making each case, snap the let it take the whole with, yep, it should work. You should start with a Z stack as a base and work from there so you can have a full display images and stack multiple. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's going to be a lot of work for a 2-hour strip. We won't even get to doing any of the content. I want to get onto content. I'm thinking of making 2-3 images and stack them as following background, some PNG stars, yeah, an actual star, actual star sign. Would you need to like do your own gesture, right? So that way you can tie them all together so they all move at the same time, because otherwise, like this needs to be one. And then of course you got the scroll up. So that's another. And then there's the motion. You can see like with the moving the device, there's motion of the stars going to have that 3D effect. But swiping between them or tapping on them. Tapping on them would be much easier because you can bake in the animation just switching between them. But if you wanted to do like a cancellation or a slow sort of swipe, you need to have like keyframes in there, I think. Or yeah, have them not as images but as math, right? Like use paths and stuff to draw this and then animate them, to animate the changes between each screen. And also use some funky motion for the dot stars and the actual sign star, like core motion. Yeah. I wonder if, I feel like Apple briefly talked about using device motion recently, but I'm not sure. I think they may have been talking about the Apple Watch, right? Where you can get more data points from it now. Like they've opened up the ability to like pull more information per second from the accelerometers. I don't know if they've changed anything with this, because the API is a little bit old now for the, like core motion and stuff. So yeah, and you swipe up and it sort of pins it to the top. We're not doing that today. Stop. We got to focus here, people. So let's keep building this thing out. So I'm gonna go with the 400 that I had before. I know it's not gonna work on all screens. Let's get rid of that annoying shows indicators false. I don't have any artwork for this. I'm not gonna draw it. Do we have? Do they have that in here? No. Oh, missing out. Why don't they have them? They're being like the weird symbols? Because that'd be easy, wouldn't it? If we could just grab some symbols. Be in health? Probably not. I don't know. If anyone finds them, let me know. Let's forget that. Yeah, let's keep going. So we've got a little swipey thing here. Let's go with the ability to yeah, I'm just going to throw the text above it at the moment. Let's just do that. I'm going to half-ass this thing. So we've got for each H. Yeah, so up here, instead of this, I'm just going to throw in our text. So I'm going to make this another view just in case like I decide to do something else with it. It's free? What do you mean by it's free? Now let's call this Horoscope text view. Maybe we style it based on the star sign. So maybe we won't. And let's pass through the text. This is what will come from the GPT, right? So we also need to come up with some sort of prompt. And we're just going to go with the VStack here for now. And then we're going to throw in that text. So what I might do is just like color the background, and we can animate the color as we swipe around. If we can detect when the scroll view has stopped on something, yeah. So the next step in here, we'll just throw in this text, and then we'll pass through text. Okay. We'll sort the formatting of this, the multi-line, all that sort of stuff a little bit later. Okay. So up here we go, Horoscope text view sign. Hang on, sorry everybody. Everyone probably saw that happen. Sign. And then we need to grab the text for this. So I think what I'm going to do for this is... Actually, I'm not really sure how we're going to sort that out yet. So let's just comment that out for now. Let's start working on our API, right? So let's create a model. We'll call this the star. This was a picker view, but it's not a one anymore. We're just going to dump everything into this one view, right? Just so we can get through this stream, and then we'll build on it on the next one. I think we'll try and do all the animations and stuff. This is proof of concept. This is just a prototype, right? So star sign. No, we'll call this one. We'll just go with horoscope. Horoscope. Just go view model. It doesn't match this one, but I think I'm going to change it anyway. These are classes now, aren't they? So let's go view model, And I think what we need to do now, it's cool. It's an observable. Is it observable? What's the new API? Is it, what's T is, oh, is it model? No, I'm thinking that's the SwiftData one. So, oh, I've got to import SwiftUI, that's why. I think property wrapper type. Is this correct? I swear it was just observable when I saw it in the I don't know. Whatever it is that means you don't have to type in the publishers and stuff, right? So what we're going to do here is create a function that pulls a new horoscope. So we're going to do this every single time we do a swipe, right? The macros are still... Oh, it is a macro, right? What is it? Hang on, give me a sec. The docs, read the documentation. Okay. Okay, everybody, so you need to actually import observation. This kind of makes sense because remember, like, to get the others, you'd have to do SwiftUI, but SwiftUI is like a UI library. Yeah, I thought it was observable. I have to import observation. But because SwiftUI is like a UI library, it never made sense for me to like have to import SwiftUI in order to be able to use. Is that right? You have to import it in order to be able to use the observed object over here. I could be wrong about that. Let me delete that. Anyway, yeah, it's so now there it is. Right now it's like coming up because it's imported observation. Okay, and I think what we're going to do up here is we'll just have like current. I don't know, current horoscope. We'll just go text. And then what we'll have is, I'll just initialize it to nothing because I don't want to deal with optionals right now. Call it get horoscope for sign, and this will be the star sign here. And I think this will probably be like we're on async, right? I thought you had the syntax right before. Yeah, okay. I didn't know there was a separate module observation that you have to import. Yeah, I didn't know until just now either. We're all learning together. Yes, and like the macros are weird. I haven't had a chance to watch the videos on the macros yet, but on first impressions I've seen, I was like, what? Isn't that just like having code elsewhere? But it seems like it can create code for you, which is interesting. Like it'll change based on what your input is, I think. Don't listen to me though. I've been wrong many times. Okay, so what we're going to do here is a network request. Got to pass through the key, and we got to create some sort of prompt, right? So this will be easy, right? We've got the star sign here, so we can just use the raw value of that. We'll just say, I mean, the prompt would be something like, give me a, well, it doesn't have to be short, a paragraph. Or you can even be like, hey, you're a pretend that you're, you know, we can say that as well. Pretend that you're someone who is very into astrology, and give me a, we can do this for tarot cards, everything. Like this whole app, we could have like really beautiful cards that we flip, and it's got like magic effects on them and stuff. It's pretty cool. Give me a, let's just start, we'll just go basic and see what it gives us, right? So we'll just go, me scope for and we'll just go sign. All right, so that's going to be our prompt. If anyone can think of a better one, put it in chat. And then we need to go with a request, and I'm not sure if we need to pass any headers or anything. We got to check the GPT documentation. I have done this before, but I've completely forgotten, as you do. So we have to read the docs again. Request. Oh, let's pass through. We might need to do, yeah, okay, let's go. Let's check this out. So developers, documentation. Or what is it? API reference, is that what we want? No. Yeah, that's what we want. Let me make this a little bit bigger. We don't need any of this. Chat. So we send a post to API chat completions, and I think we also need to pass through, yeah, we need to pass through what the model is. So we got some headers there. And then this is the body, which is JSON. Okay. Chat completions. Is that the right one? Yeah. Completions? Given a prompt, model will return one or more predicated completions and can also return the properties of okay. We want this one. Given a list of messages comprising a conversation model. Yeah. So this we can do like the back and forth stuff. This way you gotta send an array every single time, because it doesn't remember like it does on the web, right? It doesn't remember the past history of your chat. You have to send the entire chat each time. I mean, the web probably sends the same chat every time as well. I don't know, unless it's got some sort of session thing going on. It would be helpful if you didn't pass the whole chat. You could just pass like a key. Like as soon as you hit up this, it gives you like an ID back, and you can just keep using that instead of sending the entire history of your chat. And then it just remembers it maybe for like 5 hours or something. I don't know. Or if you pay, right, it remembers it forever. Okay, so let's just copy this. I think we're already done. I'm just going to dump it down here. This is what I like to do. Comment it out, and then we just use this. Ideally, you have another file created where you keep all your endpoints, but we're just going to chuck it in here, right? Whoops. What do you want? String here. Let's pass this through. And watch me forget to mark it as a post request, as usual. We will force unwrap that. That's usually pretty safe to do. I know the rules are like you don't force unwrap things, but that's, I mean, if you look at this and you've got this hard code and you're like, oh, HTTPS, it's a URL. It'll work. Let's pass that URL through. We need to go var request, I think, and then what we got to do is change this to our HTTP method. I'm going to remember. I remembered. Request. The body. So the body will be data, and that's going to have our prompt. That's going to have all this information, right, including the model. So the messages, you got to set the role. So the system, and then there's user. System would be GPT's reply. What have we got? System content, you are helpful. Assistant, role, user, content, hello. Oh, that's not really like a good example of a conversation. So what we got to do is we got to create our prompt, wrap it up in JSON, convert the data, and then apply it to the body. And then we got to pass through some headers. So let's do that. Request. So using all HTTP header fields, that will be fine. Content type. Is the key before or after? I guess we'll find out. And then I've got my key space, which is keys, GPT-4. There you go. Secret, hidden from everybody. And I think that's it. we need? We only need those two? Okay, cool. So let's create our JSON objects. So we just go request body, and we'll just go with a regular dictionary. So model. We want GPT-4, yeah? Is there a list of models? Where are they? Oh, come on. No, you got to run the API to get the list of models, right? There's an endpoint you can call. Oh, models? Yeah. Okay. What have I got? Rapid API. Let's open up this. We've got... Oh yeah, so this was from a previous... so I'm just going to run this. This is from a previous stream we did. What have I done wrong? Do I really need to pass through? Okay. It requires an auth. Okay, or auth token to make this work. Oh, this isn't fun. All right, I'm gonna have to move this off. Sorry, a bit slow doing this. Okay, let's move that back. Bearer. Authorization. Oh, you can see what it is. It even returns what it. Yeah, okay, hang on. Raw response. Response JSON. Okay, here we go. So we've got. You might not be able to see this properly. It's very tiny text. What have we got here? So we've got 0. We've got whisper. We don't want that. Pavage DaVinci. I think it's DaVinci, right? That's the one we want. That's the good one. And GPT-4. Okay, I found GPT-4. Let's use that one. Are there any others? See, if I had just typed GPT-4, I would have got an error back. Glad we looked it up. Man, there's so many now. Wait. 56. Okay, that's heaps. Oh, we got heaps of them. Okay, let's throw that in there. We can play around with different ones. It's okay. And then here we need to go with, what have we got? Messages. And that is another... Oh, we can't do that. Yeah. We've got... It is an array. It's not... So I think it's... Is this correct? I think this is this. This is it. Okay, so we got role. It's not system. This would be user. And then... I know this is going to be confusing. Sorry. It's not structured very well. I could probably clean this up just a little bit. So let's just go... yeah, let's do it this way. Might make it a bit easier to see what's going on. Role, user, content, and then the content here, this is going to be our prompt, right? So we pass our prompt here into content. And then we have an array of so we have an array. I think we can pass messages here because that's the first message. So we call it message. That makes more sense, right? And then after this, you can go message 2. So this will be like the back and forth, right? So we've got our object here. What we could do is we can clean this up and we can say, instead of like using direct dictionaries here, we can create our own types. We can call it like GPT message as a struct, right? GPT message, which has the role and the content. Yeah. But we don't really care. Like the role could be an enum. it doesn't matter. For our experiment here, we're just going to go with this. What have I done? Oh, I've ruined that. So what have we got? Oh yeah. I don't know why I didn't put it. I don't know. Let's see if this works. We need to throw in a try. Oh, man. All right, let's do it this way. We want to catch, especially now. I was gonna go with it, make it optional, but otherwise, if something goes wrong, we won't know. I'm just gonna do a regular print. I'm not gonna use OS log. Cannot conform to encodable. Oh, okay, right. All right, let's just do it. Let's make it cleaner, right? So let's go GPT message. We'll go let roll string 10 string, and then here we just go prompt. And we'll just create another one down here. And in the body, we have the model. And we have messages, which is an array of GPT message. Okay. GPT body, GPT body model. We grab our this and our messages, which is an array of message. We can delete this thing. Let's mark these as encodable. We might need to go codable because I think what we'll get, if we look at the documentation, I'm pretty sure we'll get, what's our response? No, we'll have a different object for response. Let's not make it more complicated. Okay, that works. Right, so let's do something. Let's set up the URL session and we'll run this, right? So oh, it's been a while. I think is it response data or data response? To wait. Data, yes. So we need to do try await, yeah. Good thing we've got that do catch, and this is the request. And I think no, it's the other way around, isn't it? It's data response. Oh, you can just look at the data response, yeah. Just look at the documentation. Okay. And then we've got the data back, so we need to convert that into an object so that we can present it back to, so yeah, we want to extract the string still, so, but what I'm going to do is check the docs over here for the response. Grab this. I think we'll keep this here just in case I mess something up and I can refer back to it, and we'll delete it, we'll clean it up in a minute. And we've got, what do we need? Choices. We need choices. We've got GPT response, decodable. I say this all the time, but I like to be explicit with decodable and encodable. I won't just go straight up with codable like everyone does. I think it's nicer to be more explicit in your code so that when someone else is reading it, they can go, oh, this thing is this is a response from like an API call, you know, or you're fetching it from disk or something. It's never ever going to be created by the app and saved somewhere, right? Whereas encodable is like, oh, this is something that's going to be sent in network request. Does that make sense? Choices, which is an array of, oh man, there's so many. Struct GPT choice, decodable. Just half the stream is just me creating these structures. Okay, so what else we got here? We've got index, which looks like an integer, I guess. Message, role, and content. We can reuse something here. GPT message, excellent. And we've got GPT's choice. I hope everyone's just quiet and the chat hasn't frozen on me. What we got? Finish, reason, stop. Yeah, cool. Usage, prompt token. Okay. I think that's all we need. We don't really need the... We can use the date later. So like because it's a daily horoscope, I said at the very beginning, we need to like stop, like not allow the app to fetch new ones every single time you swipe or reopen it, because it's supposed to be for each day. You don't want it to do another prompt and using up all your GPT tokens. Even better, like if you had a server set up that would fetch them at like midnight for all the for all the star signs, for all the star signs, zodiac signs, you could like store them on your server, and then that way you could like save costs in like pinging GPT all the time, because it's only once a day. You just fetch 12 of them and then you're done, right? And then the app can just call your server. Why not? Oh, okay. See, look, now we know that this is, wait, GPT message, that's the one we want. We set this decodable, and now we know that this is an object that's going to get sent and returned. Okay, I like that. I like how we can differentiate between them like that. And then I think we go, oh, can't call it response. Horoscope. And we'll call try, and we go, oh, I'm starting to lose steam here. Decode, what is it again? GPT response, self from data. What have we got going on? Expected, yeah, okay. And I'll remove this for now, but what we like to do generally is check for like a 200 or, you know, between 200 and 300 response code, but who cares? Okay, and then when that comes back, we need to set the string, right? So up here, we've got current horoscope text, and we're going to go back down here. We're gonna have a look here. We're just gonna go horoscope, choices. I think first there should only be one, and we go message, and then we go content. And if nothing's there, we just say nothing, or something broke. Yeah, something broke. Cool. All right, so we've got that set up. Our model's done. No one has said anything. I'm just going to do a little refresh here, see what's going on. Sometimes the chat stops. No, we're good. Cool. Yeah, so our model's done. If anyone sees that there's anything wrong here, please let me know. I think I got it right. We go back to the star sign picker view here. We are loading this up. And when the scroll view moves, we need to do selection, like a selected. How do we do that? I think it might have something to do with scroll target behavior is paging. Oh, interesting. that does multiple, I guess. I'm looking at hacking with Swift. So can you get an item? So what I want to do is, like, when we scroll, I want to know which one it's set to. I'm starting to wonder if we should use a tab view instead. Yeah, you probably can't, because the idea is that you can set this to like something small, right? And how would you know which one's which one you got selected? So I think we need to switch to a tab view. We might not be able to use these. I can have these as buttons so that when you tap on them, they'll do the fetch. Let's start with that first. Yeah, let's do that. So up here, I'm actually going to put this text here. And we're going to go, actually, yeah, we need our model, right? Oh, great. So isn't there a new, well, you don't need to do state or anything anymore, do you? You just go, initialize it. So we'll just call it model. I'm pretty sure you just initialize it. Current horoscope text. That we could probably come up with a better name for that. Yeah, so the way this works, from what I remember, we got, so the new stuff, you don't have to do like a state object. State object isn't even a thing anymore, I don't think. Like, I think it's still available, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be like maybe deprecated. State object requires a, oh yeah, it has to require observable object. Yeah, it's like an older thing, right? If you're doing a one-way, you're just retrieving information. You don't need anything, and it's all done automatically now. So you don't need to put publish there either, because you've got this observable at the top. But if you're going back and forth, it needs to be a state. I think that's how it works. So yeah, it's been simplified a lot. Current horoscope text, I think. Cannot find sign in Xcode. Oh yeah, we don't have a sign anymore. We don't need that. So we'll come down here. We'll just remove it. Let's do a refresh. The preview. I'll just make this a little bit wider, if I can, without it crashing. Okay, cool. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, cheating again a little bit. We're kind of getting past what my original plans were. I'm sort of like, my goals are up here, and I'm started to, like, over time, just like, this is good enough, and reducing what it is I wanted to do. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have this text view at the top. It's always going to be there, and you scroll around and then you tap on one of these, and it will refresh the view at the top. Okay. So to make this work, let's actually go with the yeah, we'll go with something broker still, so we can see when something's gone wrong. I want it to be observable, requires it to have initial value from macro. Oh, interesting. Because I wanted it to be nil so that I can show like a loading animation. So up here, what I would do is just set this to nil. Like anytime we hit you get horoscope, we'll set it to nil so that we can go, hey, it needs to load. So I guess the only way to make that work is probably have a state up here, which is like is loading, or so that's kind of annoying. Let's do it. We'll set false. In here we go. Is loading equals true? Equals false. Yeah, I'll put some style in the app. Jeez. So up here we go. If if model dot is loading progress view else, we'll throw in this here. And what do we got? We haven't got anything showing up yet. That's okay, because we haven't actually initialized, haven't actually sent a request. So we're going to do that right now. So I don't think I need this vstack anymore. Let's clean this up a little bit more, and we've got, let's just change this to a button. What happened there? That's what I wanted. Throw this in as the label. And then this is where we'll go model dot. Yeah, this will be fine. I need to put it in the task though. We'll just put sign there. Can we embed in a task? Does it let us do that? Nope. Build succeeded. These are all buttons. You see that they've all changed blue. I am a little bit worried. I don't know. Let's try it. Nothing. Did we get anything in the console? Data could not be read because it is missing. No image name. Yeah, okay, we know that. Okay, so we've done something wrong with our view model. It looks like it's on the return, so maybe we got an error back. And we're not decoding the error correctly. So what I like to do in this situation is go online and find some code. I've got to copy and paste it here. JSON Swift, JSON decode error, I think. Yeah, something like this. I'll paste this in here. So essentially what this does is it breaks up this error into all different types so that you can actually figure out what particular value is causing you problems. So if we go back to our picker view here, by the way, this is awesome now that we get like this output on these previews. So good. Let me clean that up and refresh. Let's tap on one of these and it should give us choices. Okay, so no value associated with the key, string choices, value is nil. What have I done? Do we think that maybe we're getting an error back? All right, what errors can we get? Is there something here that says we've got parameters? Response. All right, we might have to go with pulling out this response and then just printing out what the okay. Sorry everybody. As status code. Is that gonna work for me? Give me a, yeah, whatever. Let's go with that. Tap. But yeah, we're getting 500 on the request. Okay, so we've done something wrong with our initial request. So it's post. We've done that correctly. V1 chat completions, content type. I wonder if we got these the wrong, like incorrect. Because we're getting an internal server error, right? So a 500. Let me have a look. Documentation, string. Because these are backwards, right? Add value for HTTP header field. So we go, this is the value. And this is the header field. I could be way off on this. This might not even be a problem, right? If anyone sees what I'm doing wrong, please tell me and don't let me suffer. We'll just start with that and work our way down. Oh, something's happening. Was that it? It's taking a while. That's a good sign though, yeah? It's taking way too long. Oh no, I didn't put a limit in. Well, I think we need to put a parameter there so we can put a limit, because this is just gonna keep going, right? Because it's like, it's writing right now, right? Is it? I think my dog is having dreams. He's making little noises. Oh yeah, okay. Wow, okay. Oh, I didn't put it in a scroll view. Okay, anyway. So check this out. So as a Taurus, you're known for your practicality, ambition, and sensuality. This week, your patience and we could do weekly ones. This week, your patience and determination will play. Oh, I'm not gonna read all that. Why don't you convert the data received to string and print that to the console and inspect that JSON? Nah, because that would be a smart thing to do. Okay, so the text is obviously way too long. So the reason why it took so long is because it's going through and creating each of these each time. Actually, you remember what I said before about calling these up on your server and then sending them down to the app so that you can save your GPT coins. I think having unique, like if you had like different devices, different people, having a unique horoscope for every single person is just such a cool idea. And it's kind of stupid if you wanted to just serve it from your server, just a single one. You could mix it up a bit and just do like, 10 for each day, and then just give them out randomly. But I think Chat GPT has like potential for the whole, like you have a certain unique experience per person. So I think I'd keep it as this, and then make it paid $5 a month or something. And get that design down, right? Yeah, we got to do that next stream. Okay, so what we need to do is check out the parameters here, because each word is a token, I think, and each word costs you money, right? So if we go to our reference thing here, we need to go down to parameters, down function temperature, stream stop, max tokens. Yeah, the maximum number of tokens to generate in the chat completion. The total length of input tokens and generated tokens limited by the model's context length. So max tokens, we want to change this. I think it's per word. So this is a parameter that gets passed through. Let me have a look. It doesn't have an example. Request body. Yeah, model, messages, role content, name. Oh yeah, you can add a name, functions. And stop. Up to 4 sequences where the API will stop generating further tokens. I'm not sure how that works, but I guess you can like end it early if it hits a particular word maybe. So if we change this from max tokens to something like I know we only really want a paragraph, so I'd say maybe like 200 words. So in the body, we need to add this. And I think it's an integer. Is what it said? Integer, optional, defaults to infinite. Okay, yeah, so that's why. And so we'll come up here, add the missing parameter, we'll just set 200. Is this on live? Yes. Why, you gonna say something naughty? I'm waiting. No? Okay. Okay. Keeping an eye on you. Yeah, alright. So let's have another go at this. We'll just go, cool man. Okay. Let's get this go. Give me something. Give me some text. Yeah, I am on Xcode beta. Yep. Xcode 15. This is also a good opportunity for using, you know, like app preloading. So like all background tasks. So you could set up a silent notification. So like midnight, it'll do this fetch already so that when the user opens the app, it's ready to go. They don't have to sit here and wait for this to happen. Yeah, that's too many, isn't it? Still too many. So let's drop this down to, I don't know, let's just go 50 for now. It might be sentences. I don't know. So I think there's something wrong with our prompt. So if we go back, I'm going to give this another one and we'll run it again. Go Aries this time. And I've only put 50, so this should be a little bit quicker. This is better, but we have a cut off here. You always seek to set your energy and ambition in everything you do. The coming weeks are going. So it keeps saying weeks. We need this to be daily, right? So the prompt, give me a horoscope, give me a daily, give me a single paragraph. Can't spell. Single paragraph daily horoscope for the star sign. Yeah. We can make this prompt much larger, a little bit more refined. That would be good. Let's see what we get out of this. Single paragraph is what I asked for. I hope it doesn't. Yeah. See, look, reach out and connect with your, and then sort of cut off. Today, dear Cancer, the stars gather in your favor to provide you a chance to express your creativity and bring forth your altruistic nature. So it's got the day correct, and it reads like a horoscope, right? It's got the same sort of thing that you'd see in magazines or other apps and stuff, like a person would write. It looks pretty good. I think this is like a good proof of concept. Yeah. Okay, let's clean this up. Yeah. I probably should have copied some text. So what we want to do is in the we gotta set up a preview. Can you make a video explain about Combine? Now I'm currently developing an app by using Firestore, but quite don't understand the Combine stuff used. Listen to query. Oh yeah. I feel like Combine is kind of on the way out, right? Because that's for doing like async stuff. I feel like, I mean, I could do a video on that. I wonder if I'm already, if I'm already doing that. How, because I'm gonna be doing like a video, like a live stream series with Kodeco. You know, Ray, was it Ray Wendell? I don't even pronounce that name. Ray Wendelich. You know that website with all the tutorials on it, and they changed their name. I'm going to be working my way through one of the books. I wonder if it's covered in that. If it is, I'll let you know. Let me just have a look. I should probably have done a little bit more research into it. Where we got the chapters? Let's look at the chapters. It looks like it's all basic stuff. Yeah. So they have a whole separate book on Combine. Actually, I might recommend that to you if you can get it. Donny Walls has some great stuff about Combine. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's really good too, and his books are generally like well priced. And he also updates a lot quicker than other book providers and stuff too. Yeah, like I said, like Combine's, it feels like it's sort of on the way out at the moment. And I know like if you're stuck using another framework, that kind of sucks, man. Like if you have to use it and that's what the framework is using. I could do like a short stream at some point, but that's something, I mean, I've got so much going on at the moment. Is loading false current horoscope text. Yeah, so what I wanted to do here was I want to add in like some example text. This is some example text of a because I need to make changes. In the UI, and I want to be able to see what I'm doing, right? Cool. Yeah, oh. Gonna mess it up a bit. Good enough. Okay, so we got some padding in there. Let's change the font. Let's go. We go title? All right. Let's add this down here. This should probably be a text view. What is it called again? Text. Oh my gosh. Oh, text editor, right? This is, it's going to want to, I think it's going to want me to pass through a, so I can't type and talk at the same time. It's going to want me to pass through a binding, I think, or is it, would that be right? Yeah, so what have we got here? What's broken? This thing. Constant text. This will work, I hope. Yeah, and then we get the scrolling for free there. Okay, cool. Yeah, we swipe around here and yeah, this looks nothing like the design. That's okay. So the other thing we can do as well that I noticed with GPT is that like you can tell it to, so when this scrolls down, this animation scrolls down, you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. I see career, love, family, business, luck. Those values, I think we can have it give us those values in a table, and then we can extract them, and we could like create, you know, we could put that in the prompt so we get something similar to that. This seems kind of useless, I think, in a way. Like, what does the bar represent? You know, 0 to 100. I don't know. But it's cool in the design to have it. Maybe we can do something similar. I've got, yeah, so if we tap one of these, yeah, the text fills up. So what we need to do is put a padding there, like a spacer. As a Capricorn, today may be a day that caters to your natural leadership and organizational skills, tackling obstacles head on. Remembering the sex, yeah, okay, so I feel like we're pretty much done with the prototype. This kind of works. What I want to do before we finish up though is kind of like trim off this broken sentence. API. There might be a flag like the parameter where we can just be like stop when there's like when it's the last sentence or there's not enough tokens to complete the next sentence. But in order for it to know that, it has to like try and complete the next sentence. I think because it does one word at a time. Stop at last complete sentence. I'm just on Google at the moment. Save tokens due to more efficient use. Let's just take a look. Clean up the text before receiving it back, ensuring that you don't have any unnecessary words or phrases in your response. Stop sequences are essential to getting the most out of GPT. Allow you to find your queries. Cool. In the example below, we create a hard stop for GPT-3 using the 6 command. This means once GPT-3 generates the 6th benefit in our list, it will return us the result. Oh, okay. So if you got like a prompt and it's like, these are the 6 benefits of such and such, right? Oh yeah, that makes sense. So there'd be 5, the top 5 or something. This means, yeah. It is a way to ensure that you're not paying for extra. Got it. Okay, let me just bring this across. I think I can do this. So if you just take a look here, we've got, so using the 6 dot command, and what they were trying to do is it'll prompt like this list. And so it as soon as it hits 6 dot, it like just doesn't, it just stops. So what we need to do is something like that with like the 3rd sentence. I don't know how we can do that. It's probably, that's as complex as we can get. You do not want 4 lines of text for a response. We can provide stop sequence for sentences and paragraphs. Cool. Let's say you want a good paragraph of information, but don't want to continue for multiple paragraphs. This might be okay. So if we just use this and then we just increase the number of, yeah, okay. So let's do a stop thing here. Let me delete these, clean this up. Oops, catch. And I want to clean these up down here too. All right, and then so what we need in the body, I think it's just stop and it's a string, and we can pass through up here. Come on, over here. Stop. And this will be, we'll just do like the new line, yeah? And then we'll set our count to, I mean, if we have it large enough, we should be able to get away with, let's see how well this works. Let's go Gemini. What's going on? Stop is an array. Stop is an array. That makes sense. And we'll go back up. And I need to change this to an array. Back to our view. Let's go Gemini again. We'll wait for this to run. Let me go back to reading the comments. Yep. It's going to take a little while, I guess. Please don't give me a massive paragraph. Yeah, it's pretty big. Okay, let's just change this again. Short paragraph, short, concise paragraph of a daily horoscope for the star sign I think the stream is actually quite delayed now because I'm looking at it on YouTube at the moment and seems to be quite far back. So sorry if I'm not getting to your messages soon enough. Seems like might have been poor internet that's buffering. Here we go. It's not short. Like I said, give me a short paragraph. Give me short, concise paragraph with less than with fewer than 200 words. Let's say 100 words. Come on, one more. One more, we're done, I think. And then what I'll do is off stream, I'll get some artwork together, and I'll try and learn a little bit more about metal shaders and see if we can do something with this swiping and not quite right. Yeah, so what we'll do later is I'm going to try and recreate this particular design along with the motion of the device. Yep. Okay. Okay. I think that's probably it for this stream. I've been at it for, how long have we gone for? 1.5 hours. I think we got like a lot done in that time. Pretty happy with what we have so far. So we did, just to recap, we have created a view model, which, sends a request to GPT-4. We've set up the model there of GPT-4, and it's going to pull in a horoscope for us based on the prompt that we've passed through, and then we're presenting that to the screen. And the way this works is we just got this scrolling list of buttons. You tap on one of them, it does the request. Now it doesn't look good, but I want to leave it here. I don't want to mess around with the design so much. I'll get this code up on GitHub, and I'll put a link in the description like within the next 30 minutes or so of when the stream ends. And then, is this thing broken? Sometimes it's broken, sometimes it's fine. That's okay. A bug we can sort out later. And then on the next stream, we'll make this look good. Okay, so this one's more of a GPT-4 stream, and then like doing some networking calls and stuff. The next one's going to be more around animations. I hope the next one's around animations. I feel like next time I come on stream, it's going to be like me fumbling the entire time. So that could be entertaining as well. But thank you everybody for watching. I do have a weird setup at the moment. I'm going to sort this out shortly. I know it's not perfect. I'm very dark. Yeah, I'm not really looking at the camera that often, but I'm going to get all that sorted out soon. Like I said, I have a lot of big problems and things happening at home at the moment, but working through it. And I'm hoping I can come back same time next week. Yeah, it'd be great. Like for me, that's Melbourne time, Monday nights, Melbourne time. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.